my name is Michael Skibitcky. I'm a chef instructor with the Culinary Institute of America. I'm going to be making tempura Alaskan king crab legs, served with a flight of 5 mayonnaise-based sauces. What I'm going to start with is, let me just show you these beautiful crab legs. I've taken them and I have already split them on the sides with my scissors, and they come out of here really nice. I've even rinsed the extra albumin off that was on there so that they're really nice and shiny. They're ready to go. Make sure that when you've pulled these off, that the connective, the cartilage has been removed, otherwise that would be inside here. Another good serving suggestion is to actually take these, put a filling in there, like for oysters Rockefeller instead of big crab Rockefeller, and put your base in here, spinach, etc. Put your claw back on top, your sauce over the top, and bake it. You can even do it like Japanese miso salmon, where you put a miso glaze on top or a mayonnaise glaze on top. The fact, the sauces we're doing today, the 5 different ones, could also be put on top and baked. You do not have to buy these in whole like this. You can actually get them split already as well. They can be split whole, split in halves. There's many varieties you can buy them, or how you can buy them. You will always find them pre-cooked, and you can purchase them in the many forms, split in halves, whole, split in different sections, but they're always pre-cooked for uniformity and consistency of the product. Another thing we really want to make sure, as it is a cooked product, and it is a really beautiful product, we do not want to cook this very much at all, even cook it at all. We just want to heat it up, okay? You could eat, as it is cold, it's beautiful, and if we are going to heat it like the tempura, we are going to rely on the protection of the batter and the high heat to just heat the outside up and keep the inside protected. The 5 sauces I have here, all mayonnaise bases. This here is our mustard and honey. This is our wasabi, which we'll put a little bit of water to hydrate. This is the honey mustard that's already been added together. I use Dijon. You could use any mustard of your choice, of course. Here I have fresh herbs, and this here is roasted garlic with lemon. Really nice fresh lemon. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our 5th one, of course, is our sweet chili garlic and sriracha mayo. Gives us a nice color. So we have all different colors, different flavor profiles. Heat and sweet here. The garlic and the lemon. There won't be many things in your palate that we will not hit with all of these flavors here. A little salt in that one, a little in that one, and that's it. So the idea was have lots of flavors, lots of colors, lots of excitement. And in here I have parsley, cilantro, and chives. And here's our wasabi, which I'm going to put, now that I've hydrated, I'm going to put it into the, I'm going to make it nice and bold as well. I'm not going to overmix it. I leave a little bit of a swirl so you can see the difference there. And here's our mustard. Let's see this one. The honey will give it that nice little sweetness as well. Heat, sweet. We also have the sweet coming from here. Okay, next thing we're going to do, while we have our oil nice and hot, and our oil needs to be 350 to 370. These are the cellophane noodles, not rice noodles. Rice noodles don't fry up as nicely. The cellophane noodles fry up much better. We'll take one piece for a tester. Perfect. Seeing that we need the oil hotter for the noodles, we're going to get those done, cool it back down again. By the time I make my batter, we're just about done. If the oil wasn't hot enough and fresh and clean, it wouldn't come out nice and puffy like that and white. I want to try it and make sure we have everything finished so that when these Alaskan king crab legs come out of the tempura or out of the fryer, they go right to the customer and we're not wasting any time. One of the key successes to this dish is your tempura batter. The tempura batter must be made with ice water. If it's not made with ice water, you're already not looking at success. Okay, the ice, what it does, ice water, it keeps the gluten from forming in your flour. So if you use a whisk, if you use the water not cold enough, you'll develop gluten, and that's the worst thing you can do for your tempura batter. The other thing is, you want a nice light flour like a cake flour. You don't want anything heavier like a all-purpose or bread flour. What I'm doing is a very, very simple recipe and very, very standard Japanese, a 1-1-1 ratio. 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of ice water, and 1 egg yolk. Those are the 3 things that we need for success here. There's our 1 cup. You notice that I even left the ice cubes in there? The ice cubes, what that does, it's like a little time release. It keeps it cold, and if the batter is a little bit on the thick side, the ice will then keep thinning as you're using it. And now, the Japanese simply will take a little extra flour if it thins down a little bit, so they can work their batter a little bit longer. That's all you need to do. And again, the secret here is using chopsticks and not a whip. We don't want to develop gluten. We just want that little bit of folding action. You're not looking to even dissolve all of the flour in there at this point. That's all you want to do is get it to that stage right here. You even can see that it's foamy. And the foaming came from the ice that did that, okay? So you don't even need baking powder, baking soda, you don't need seltzer water, and it's just plain water. Okay, good. And the lumps are classic in tempura batter. Never think about straining it or so. Then you're taking a very, very classic item and you're ruining it. Do not strain it. Plus, by straining it, you would develop gluten as well. While our oil has been cooling down, our batter is made. You see it's nice and foamy. I have a chili pepper in here in ice so that hopefully it's going to open up for us for a garnish. A couple little scallion brushes for garnish. And some shiso leaves. Shiso leaves deep fried in tempura, not only a very, very nice garnish, but they are very edible. And they look really nice too. Okay. Let's see what the temperature is. Those are black sesame seeds, and I'll even do one plain. You notice I'm not putting too much batter on everything. The temperature is perfect. You see, in tempura, it has to be white. There we go. There's our sesame seeds. There's the white, the color, the crispiness. And the temperature is just perfect. By the way, you see all these little crispy pieces here? Don't always throw those away. Sometimes we want to use those later and weld them onto new pieces of tempura so it builds up like coral. Batter these pieces, keep adding it to our product and it builds up like coral. The Japanese do that a lot. Okay. And now, what we've been waiting for. Now you're going to see, you're probably wondering what that sesame oil was for. Well, that sesame oil is for perfuming the oil. If I was doing this ongoing, I would add sesame oil about every 5 minutes so that it stays fresh, because the sesame oil burns out within a few minutes. And now when we tempura something, you're going to taste the sesame oil in there. Do not put the sesame oil in your batter. There's one. There's two. But we built this plate for 2 people, so we're going to give them 4. I left this one with a little bit of the knuckle on it as well. Let the customer fight over who gets this one. Okay. Put that right there. Crank that up. We are right about 350 degrees right now. I'm going to crank it up for a second. I have a real high heat now because I don't want it to cool down. Separate them. As soon as they break the surface, we'll know they're just ready. You see these little crispies we were talking about? Well, we're going to actually make more of them. See how nice and white they stayed? They stayed nice and crispy. Now, generally for tempura, we serve a soy-based dipping sauce. Soy has the salt in it. We never salt tempura items because of that. We do not have salt in our soy because we don't have soy in this, but we do have salt in our mayonnaise. So let's be very careful. What I will do is put a little hint of a seasoning on the garnish because a lot of people, they're going to like to eat that garnish. I am not going to put any salt in the tempura because they are salty enough, and there is enough salt in our sauces. I know that the folks in the back row there are waiting with their chopsticks. They're going to fight over these. Our Alaskan king crab legs are cooked to perfection the way we wanted them. We're going to let's get this guy right up here. We'll save him for last. Let's put this one right over here. Let's go with this one. And let's get this one that has the knuckle attached right up on top there. Top it with a few more seeds. You never have enough. And here we have our crispy tempura Alaskan king crab leg tempura with our flight of 5 dipping sauces.